I can't give you a PR bond, man. I don't want you to pick up the phone. Bill comes due.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Good morning, Mr. Butler. How's jail?
Not good.
Great. That makes me happy because the harder time you have, hopefully the more we have them for a reason. Here's the rub. Your lawyer is asking for me to give you a PR bond in this case.
That's it.
You were on bond for an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle,
That's it.
and now you've picked up a theft case. I have no idea what happened on the theft case. We're going to figure out what happened real quick, and then we'll talk about your bond.
That's it.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You're facing a Class B theft, so it's up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
On March 7, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a theft call at a Target in Harris County, Texas. The defendant was observed on surveillance video placing merchandise in a black suitcase he also obtained from the business and crossed all points of sale without attempting to pay. The defendant was detained without incident. The total value of items stolen was $355.46.
So you said he also has a lot of
No, that was Mr. Phillips.
Mr. Phillips has that account.
Yes.
Miss Keela Lee?
How old is Mr. Butler?
He's 25 years old, Your Honor.
Miss Keela Lee?
Miss Lee?
And Judge, I was looking, I did not see any sort of history of him not showing up for court or any sort of bond forfeitures on his previous cases.
The problem is you keep picking stuff up. Stop. I don't want you to say, but my problem are two things. Number one, sometimes people are their own worst enemies and they continue to pick cases up there. They're just, it can't stop. I don't know. But you, Mr. Butler, you're 25 and you have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now you're on your 13th and 14th case. And a lot of these are very serious felony cases. Unauthorized use, robbery, unauthorized use, felony fraud, evading in a motor vehicle, felony theft. Now another unlawful. Why? Why would we continue to give you PR bonds when since January, you're on your 4th case?
What's her last name?
Why?
Soros.
The thing that you need to consider, Mr. Butler, is it would only cost literally $100 to get you out of jail right now. And there's no one there to pony it up for. These are the things that you need to consider when you're out there in the free world, because you were in the free world just now and you picked up a theft case, but you need to start thinking, well, even if I pick up a case where it's $100 to get out, I have no one that's going to get me out. Why? Why would we continue to, tell me.
And Your Honor, as the state mentioned, he hasn't forfeited any of his cases before, although he does have other cases. There's a few that you mentioned that were dismissed ultimately. And he has already provided me contact information. Keep in contact with me so that he's not a flight risk. He is originally from Houston, so he would show up to court.
But I don't want you to pick up any more cases.
That's it.
Right. In the short 2.5 months in this year, you're working your 4th case. I can't give you a PR bond, man. I don't want you to pick up the phone. Bill comes due, Mr. Butler. And now we'll see. I'm sorry. He's working for his 4th case within the last 2.5 months. It's not going to happen. I don't want you to pick up a 5th case. I'm sorry, man. I don't know if you're going to get out now, but if you do, you're not allowed to go to any Target stores anywhere. Do you understand? Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Butler. I can't just keep
Thank you, Your Honor.
Timothy Haynes. All right. Timothy Haynes. We got 199 days without indictment. Position 5, 24 PI 001949. Right now, there is a $4,000 good bond as of March the 20th, 2024. Theft by taking and 2 counts of felony transaction card financial transaction card fraud. Wow.
32 cycles, 7 FTAs going back to '01. Most recent is 2019. There's a forgery in the first 10 counts, in '04 burglary, theft by receiving possession of an ID by another in 2011, financial transaction, and in 2011 burglary, theft by taking 2016 financial transaction card, theft in 2016 and 2019, 3 probation violations, open case, 22 CP 214966, financial transaction card theft, 3 counts, identity theft, fraud. Nothing further.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Browning.
Right, Your Honor, and I did email you and your staff just shortly before when I realized that only one of his cases is on the calendar today. So I'm hoping that we could address bond for the other case as well. It's to Mr. Haynes's bond factors, Your Honor. As you said, he has been in custody for 199 days. He's lived in this area for about 20 years. He is a high school graduate. His 53rd birthday, he is residentially challenged, age and physical disabilities that have prevented him from obtaining stable work. Within last month, he was accepted into the Hope House. So we are asking, Your Honor, that you take into account the limitations in his resources, the fact that he has not been able to get his SSI set up because he was in custody. We're asking that you take into account his lack of any history of violence and reduce his bond to an amount that we will be able to go through the bail project and have him released to the Hope House. And we are asking that any release order does require he be released with 30 days of medication. And so we are asking that his bond, if you are considering both cases, we're asking that they don't in the aggregate exceed $5,000. But if you're only considering this case, then we're asking that bond does not exceed $2,000. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. White.
This defendant's picking up cases faster than we can indict them or resolve them. He does have an open case in non-complex. The state would note that this defendant, in addition to his Georgia record, he also has a record in Pennsylvania with at least 2 cycles. He has at least 7 aliases, having used at least, it looks like maybe 3 different dates of birth. Looks like multiple social security numbers. Judge, the fact that he has 3 open cases, 1 indicted, these 2 unindicted, that he has no fewer than 5 felony convictions in Georgia. He also has a record in Pennsylvania, is currently on probation for at least 1 case with multiple FTAs and multiple probation violations. He's not a good risk for bond under any circumstances. And the fact that he does have a bond and that it's only been...
His bond was in March.
So what are we?
October 3rd.
Judge, we're still much less than a year before his last bond was set. And, he's continuing to pick up new cases. At this time, Judge, the state is opposed to any reduction in his bond at this point. It would be much more appropriate, in fact, for his bond to be increased by at least tenfold, just in order to protect the good citizens of Fulton County from what has been a 35-year crime wave. Nothing further.
And Your Honor, I would just like to reiterate that none of his allegations or the allegations against him or his history have anything to do with violence. He has MH that it is a struggle when you are of limited means to deal with. We now have a place for him to go. Things have changed since he came into custody in that we have a place for him to go. We have a treatment plan set up and he will be able to get help to avoid any type of or to avoid a high chance of reoffending. Nothing is going to change while he's in there. He's not going to get the treatment he needs, Your Honor, and being in custody does not help anyone. We do not believe he is a serious risk. And I think that if the state were so concerned about his, him being a danger to society, then they would have indicted him. Tomorrow will be 200 days that he's been in custody. So thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, no drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons, no replicas of weapons. Must supply an address where you'll be living upon release. No further contact with, stay away from, so I'll do 500, 1,000, and 1,000. We'll get the other one on next week. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He's not a good risk for bond under any circumstances.
All right, awesome. Make sure that you stay on top of that, okay?
You know, in every other faculty, every other part of this guy's personality, it could be that he's a good guy, even a great one, and all of it means nothing, because they are someone that enjoys being violent towards their partner. And that makes all the good stuff they do have no substance of man behind it. They are just things that he was hiding behind. Instead of substance, a hollow facade. Abusers. They either are or aren't.
They should try a lot fucking harder at being aren't.